Yeah. Yo, what up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Peace, 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 peace to everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that come through. Peace to free smoke, no gas. You know what I mean? My man always in the building, man. You know, today I got a dope guest. You know what I'm saying? I got my man Shabaka from the Media Movement website. Real dope cat, real dope production, real dope a lot of things, you know what I mean? He got a good story that's gonna go down, you know. But first of all, I told y'all I had a PSA. I had something I wanted to tell y'all, you know. Let me straighten up a little bit while I tell y'all this. Y'all hear me? First of all, yo, friends, family, internet family, people online, community, people that's out here that love the show and be in the show and be in tune. Um, oh, hold on. Let me make sure. Let me make sure everything good before I get busy. Let me, let me, let me. Hello? Yeah. Wait a minute, man. Yeah. All right. 1 2 1 2. Yeah. All right. Check this out. Right. I'm I I'm gonna have to curse a little bit like this, yo. Listen, right? I fucks with y'all heavy. Everybody out there, my whole community, we good, we chill. I like to, you know what I'm saying, have a good time. I like for y'all to come in and join the show. We have a ball. We learn new things from each other. Everything be great. We invite guests, our community join in. We all have fun. I have people out there that support me and I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? The better I get, the better y'all get. As far as my success is y'all success. Because without y'all, I wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? I like talking to y'all. You know, that's why I do shout outs and I shout out everybody because you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna act like y'all not there that support me, you know. But there's this thing that's been on my mind as far as support, and it's with people that I deal with outside of the internet, you know. Like there's people that I go visit. There's people who I chill out. I go to the block. I hang with them. I go on their block. I hang with them. I go to their house. I chill with them. So I consider them like a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? And better than that, they like family. You know what I'm saying? Because besides outside, the reason I'm separating this from the people on the internet is because I got an issue with it. You know what I'm saying? And I go to their events. I support them in the flesh. I'll be there. If I had to donate, I donate to their event. And the shit be fucked up when it come to something simple such as a share. You know what I'm saying? I don't ask nobody to leave their house. I don't ask them to come to my house. I don't ask them to meet me nowhere. I don't ask them to come to events. It's just a simple hit a share button sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I do my show I fucks with this. I fucks with y'all. I love doing this. It's dope to me. You know what I'm saying? I see some progress. I see all the people out there in the internet world, my community, everybody that fucks with it. But the bad thing about it is the people that's close to me that I come outside and fuck with that don't fuck with me on here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's about the people on the other side of them that's they scared of my content reaching. You know what I'm saying? Some people might be like, yo, I don't get into politics, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? They kind of throw that as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Everything me and us and our community do, it ain't about politics. You know what I'm saying? We be having fun. You know what I'm saying? But as far as when we need to get busy and talk to people, if it come up, we're gonna run it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them people out there, they act like I can't share it. You know what I'm saying? What's up? But I could come to your events. I could waste gas. I ain't even gonna say waste gas because I like doing it because I'm that type of person. You know what I'm saying? I know in respect to all that it's like you can't expect people to think like you, or you can't expect people to be a friend like you. But at the same time, you know if I'm loving to do something and you know I'm into it and you know that's what it is with me, and this is my move right here. I done supported people through plenty of moves. You know what I'm saying? I done supported people through moves and I didn't even care about the move. I just shared it anyways because I fucks with you, you know? And I see you trying to do something. So bam, boom, I share it. My audience might not be 10 million people or 10,000 people and all of that, but I still gave you the stage of the few more than that you had. And it's like I came to do this PSA because I ain't fucking with a lot of you niggas no more. A couple of you niggas done called me lately, or people done called me lately, and I'm not answering my phone. When you watch this video, you know why. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can't fuck with me like I fuck with you, you ain't got no purpose to me. You know what I'm saying? If you so embarrassed to post my content in front of them people that you trying to impress when you hang with me or be around me in your deepest times in your life, you fake it for them or you fake it for me. So you might as well just go stay with them people that you trying to impress and stay along and hang with. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't that type of guy. You know, I don't do the fronting. If I fucks with you, I fucks with you. If I post your shit, I support you. My mans, all of my people on here right now. I shouted all y'all out. I don't care about none of these niggas out here. You know what I'm saying? That's just less people that I have to chill with and talk to because I did a test this year, right? In the beginning, like last month, I stopped calling everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just to see who was gonna check on me. And do you know how dry that phone was? You know what I'm saying? The phone got real dry when I stopped reaching out to people. And I talked to the creator about it. And it's like, sometimes all y'all do that test. Stop calling people, stop checking on people, and see who check on you. That's how you tell who real to you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody called me. Some people did, but the people I'm talking to, you know what I'm saying? And I done did so much shit for a few people, and it don't take nothing but a second to hit a share button. You know what I'm saying? And some of these people do some wild shit, you know what I'm saying? Some stuff that's like some stuff I don't even, you know what I'm saying, that's not even on it. But I still share it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's what you love. Peace, Jermaine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm better off without them people. You know what I'm saying? All I need is y'all. The people that's here and the people that chill and come in and be in tune with me. That's all I need. Because when we blow, everybody gonna be looking like, yo, I'm doing this event, man. Can you talk about it or something like that? And I'm be like, yo, listen, go down your page and tell me how many times you posted a show of mine. For all my mans like Free Smoke, No Gas, and everybody else, yo, listen. Whenever somebody tell you to support some shit, tell them to go down their page and tell them how many times they reposted your shit, your show. You know what I'm saying? Because if we just say how many times did you attend, you could lie and say, you know what I'm saying, I was there, you know what I'm saying, I just make no comment. You know what I'm saying? But the real thing is, if I come outside and I chill with you and we throw shots back or we chill and laugh and all of that, there's no reason for you not to be able to hit a button. You know what I'm saying? That only take a second. You ain't even gotta look at the video. You could just boom, hit the button. Because if you know me, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And you know this something that's real to me. So I just had to put this PSA out there for a few people to know that if I'm not answering the phone when you call or you ain't heard from me in a minute, I'm gonna take this clip and I'm gonna repost it again and I'm gonna cut it short and show it. You know what I'm saying? For all these people that be fronting on us because we trying to do something and we trying to strive for a new goal. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, it could benefit you or anybody else, like the people that's on here. When y'all get to doing what y'all need to do, or y'all got a birthday event or some things in the event, y'all already know to hit the button and come on in. Just like I hit y'all right, just like this. Boom. Easy as this. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. My birthday this there. Shout out my party. We're gonna blow it up. This, that, there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know y'all got it. Because y'all my people. This is a community space right here. You know what I'm saying? Just like my guest that's gonna come in this door. Yeah, I had to do that. I had to do that. I had to hold him back because I had to let y'all know some real shit from the heart. You know, the Corduroy Creases show. I keep it real. You know, oh, I got my corduroy naughty on today too, just for y'all. Special event. You know what I'm saying? I got my man finna come in and you know, we finna get busy, man. I'm already hyped up on this thing right here, man. So yo, Chewbacca, what's up, man? How you doing, my dude?
What's up, my brother? Welcome to your show. Cool, DJ Cool. What's up, my brother?
Nah, man, I
Hey,
had to
man.
vent for a minute, man. I be sick of people outside, man, slapping me up, cooling, and I'm chilling. You know what I mean? I even represent niggas out there. You know what I'm saying? I be like, yo, these my guys over here at this block, or I'm over here, and these my guys that do this business or this camp or this, that, there. And niggas ain't even got the nerve to hit the share button. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, brothers and sisters is real stingy with the likes and with the shares and with the comments. I was just talking to my people about the same thing. You know what I mean? That's why I try to show love. You know, I try to like as many things as I possibly can. And some
Right.
people don't reciprocate that. You know what I mean? But they tell you, y'all seen your post. Yeah, you why you ain't like it though? You know what I'm saying? You
It's a
see my
share
post,
button.
hit
It
the
only take
share
2 seconds.
button. Hey man, that's the problem we got with as the family or community as a whole. We got to find a way to show some love, give a couple hearts out. You know what I mean? Share, do comments. We got to come together because we all fighting the common enemy, right? Even when it comes to this digital media, we got to come on to be on the same page. You know what I mean? And show a little love, and we got to reciprocate that. You know, some people want you to support what they doing, But when you have something, they don't really come through. So we got to make it reciprocal, my brother.
But you ain't going nowhere. You ain't paying no ticket to get in. I pay tickets to go to niggas shit. You know what I'm saying? I support. I come in. If I had to do the video camera, I come in. I do it, and they be like, "Yo, what's up? How much you want to charge me?" I'll be like, "Yo, I just support."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I do heavy lifting for niggas, man. And it's like, yo, man, it only take a share button, man.
Yeah.
I ain't even asking you to come around.
Yeah, and especially if you out here working and producing content, or you selling food, or you got a concert, or you teaching a class, or you wash cars, or you cook dinners, or whatever it may be. We have to show. We quick to go to another community and support them. No, we are going there, get mistreated by other communities too, but still show up and support with our dollars. You know what I mean? What's ultimately is the ultimate support when you pushing your dollars towards someone or a movement. So we got to be able to push our dollars back to our community. But a lot of our stuff is post-traumatic slavery syndrome. You know what I mean? Like now I was telling somebody a little while ago, we acting like slavery was a long time ago. You know what I mean? We talk about 3 or 4 generations. We act like slavery was 10,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? We soon forget that we still got chains dragging on Main Street and don't even know it. We still got chains on our brains from our Scullies and all our Gucci hats. We got a Gucci hat, but it's chains on it, but we can't see those invisible chains. You know what I'm saying? The chains are off our ankles and off our necks, but they still on our minds. You know what I mean? And sometimes we got chains around our neck with the Jesus piece on, but I'm not going to go there. You know what I mean? Walking around slaves, you know what I mean? So we got to break the chains, my brother.
We can, man. We going everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do, man. And it's like, it's just sad, man. I had to, you know what I'm saying? I talked to the creator about it for 2 days. You know what I'm saying? I was going through a reel and spazzed out, but I got tired. That night I was going to do it and went to sleep. So it wasn't meant for me to do it that way. Then I was going to do it another way on the phone 101. But I was like, ain't no reason for me to shoot like that. I'ma just shoot it at the beginning of my show, and niggas gonna know what happened. They gonna know who they are when they catch the bullet.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I spread it the whole spectrum. So it ain't just me. Oh, I need that camera. So when I do my moves, you know what I'm saying?
When you do that razzle dazzle move, you know what I mean? You have it moving around. Right.
But yeah, man. And it's like, enough about me, man. Yo, what up? What up? What up? Wiz, yo.
Oh, I see Wiz in the building. Shout out to Wiz.
Yo, you be killing it at noon, man. I tell people all the time, man. And we got something that you need to see at noon on the radio. And my man Wiz go off. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, yo, my guy, Shabaka.
Peace, family.
Let these people know, man. First of all, how long you been doing this, and what is media movement? First, that's a media movement.
Media movement network.
Website, network, anything you want to call
the network, the movement. Listen, my brother, I'm a long-winded brother, but the beginning, I'm gonna try to keep it short. But all I'm gonna say is this: that I'm from Rochester, New York.
Media movement first.
Okay, the media movement started out in about 2013, actually 2014, on the birth of my son, and I created a logo. I wanted to have a brand where I can control my own media. You know what I mean? A lot of people right now, they're using YouTube, they're using Facebook, Instagram, TikTok to be their distributors of their content. And it's convenient, it's cool. But when they get mad at you, they can just take you down. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you put Jay-Z on there without permission, they silence your video, they demonetize your content. If you are too political, too radical, if you go against gays or gay bashing or whatever you're doing, they can just take you down, mark you, destroy your whole movement after you work for it. So the media movement is a digital independent movement. It's a website that's going to be soon an app. It's going to be on your Roku devices, Apple devices. You can download the app and get original content from the media movement, primarily from the 585. But we're going to reach out to the entire world. We have content from around the world. But it was created for me to have a way to distribute my content to the people with no filter and no interruption from the machine. So the movement is a media movement where we're going to build this entertainment industry right here from the 585. That's most important about the media movement, because I'm not from Atlanta. I'm not from New York. I'm not from Texas. I'm not from Houston. I'm from the west side of the 585. And I fuck with the east side and the north side and the south side too. I lived in the south, I lived in the west. You know what I mean? That's what I'm repping now. And anybody who know how I give it up. You know what I mean? So I don't rep anywhere else. I love Atlanta. I love Chicago, but I'm from the 585.
We do
up
this,
north,
you
up
know
top,
what I'm saying?
upstate. That's where I'm from. That's what I rep. So the media movement, if you go to the website, you will see that I put little captions on the thumbnails on where the video is from. So all my music videos, I put Buffalo, Syracuse, Toronto, New York City, Jersey. You can see kind of where my target is. I can't target the whole country. My money ain't that long. I don't got the Nike money where I could do a promo and have everybody see it across the world. So let me focus on where I'm at. Let me focus on Rochester, Buffalo, Syracuse, Binghamton, Elmira, a little bit of Ohio, Philly, the Pennsylvania area, Connecticut, New Hampshire, and this is circling the northern eastern states for right now. Then we're gonna slowly dribble our way down south and then go out west. You know what I mean? But my money ain't long. I can't go that far. So, but more importantly, let's lock down right where we are. Buffalo, Syracuse, Rochester, Toronto, that little triangle right there. That's where we need, even for hip hop artists. I tell artists the same way. So media movement, as you notice, all my content is from this region. I can't reach Atlanta. I can't reach DC. I ain't make it there yet. There's a lot of artists and films that we need to showcase right in our circumference. And then we can move around the country and around the world. That's the media movement.
I do the same thing. We're from upstate to you. I cover the same areas, the whole upstate, even Niagara Falls. You know what I'm saying? And everywhere around. I drive through. I tape the festivals. I tape the everything, the book bag giveaways and all kinds of shit. I'll be everywhere in upstate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like you said, it takes funds to move everywhere, but right now it's from upstate to you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a independent website too, and the same way. Like you said, they could take you down as soon as you get out of
They could
hand.
take you down, brother. Like, I'm not, listen, I would love to put my content on YouTube and get 1 billion streams so I can make some money. Let me take it back. There's some podcasters out there who making $100,000 a year or more on YouTube. You know what I mean? But they own the content. So if they giving you 100,000, they making 1 million.
Right.
So, you know, the corporation ain't crazy. Whatever they giving you, they're making 10, 20 times that. And it's cool. So that's another important thing about the Media Movement Network as well. I'm in the process of building my own advertising space on that network. So when you watch my content, so those who are watching it now, when you're watching the 16 bar or my Flashback Fridays, pretty soon you got to start seeing commercials and promos and stuff that I curate that advertising dollar on my network. So if I was to give somebody a podcast deal and we sell advertising for your show, you're going to get most of the bread. You know what I mean? That's how I'm doing it. So whatever YouTube is offering you, I'm going to give you way more than what YouTube can get you, because we're going to go out and sell your show and get real people to advertise on your show, and we profit share. You know what I mean? You get some percentages, and the media movement gets some percentages, right? You know what I mean? And so that's how I'm doing any producer on my content too. If you're a producer, I'm giving producers a percentage of the advertising dollar. That's how the whole media industry works. It's all based on marketing, promotion, advertising dollars. So now, if you notice now when HBO did this, it blew my mind. HBO started showing commercials. Anybody know HBO content started out on cable? They never showed
Right.
commercials.
No,
That's what
just
made
straight
HBO.
movies.
Even when HBO Go first launched their app, there was no commercials on HBO Go. You know what I'm saying? So now I didn't upgrade my plan. So now commercials are playing on HBO because I didn't pay for the extra plan to have no ads on it. So you
Yeah.
can see
Yeah.
where this
Yeah.
media industry is going. Everybody's playing commercials. Some dude told me the other month, well, you kind of doing things backwards with media movement pretty soon because people don't want, do you watch commercials? I said, no, I don't watch commercials. But guess what? The advertisers don't care. It's about having the eyes on that commercial. Whether you watch it or not, it's going to start programming in your subliminal. Next thing you know, you're going to Popeyes buying that 2-for-1 deal, or you're going over to eBay to buy this particular shirt. It's about having a repetition in your mind. The same thing when it
Right.
comes to radio programming. They play their song so much it becomes your favorite song. Like they're gonna go see Sexy Red next month. You already if it May, they're gonna be going to pop that off because they play that ratchet stuff all day long. So shout out to the promoters. They about to make a bag because they don't program that little ratchet girl so hard that everybody is going to that concert who is ratchetness. You know what I mean? But it's all good. I'm not really tripping on that, but with the media movement, we want to offer all types of communication and talent, right? We want to offer. I got gangster stuff on my website. I got content stuff too. So I'm not against that. I'm just saying that I don't want the hands of the machines on my content because sometimes I want to get a little revolutionary with my content, and I want people trying to scare me off or stop me from getting my bread.
Oh yeah. I'm with that. I'm with that. So what's up with this 16 bar show? I've seen pieces of it. I posted it, you know what I mean? Because I support the media movement and everything they do. You know what I'm saying? So what's up with this oh, it's behind you. What's up with this 16
Oh
bar
yeah, I got my
show,
little
man?
slideshow. You know, I'm kind of showing out in the studio. Since
I
we are
see
in the media movement studios where things move, we move at the media movement with the technology, my African brothers and sisters who listen around the country. So the 16 bar, see, listen, first of all, for those who don't know, I'm hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Let's just start there. And everything that I do is because of hip hop culture. I was a professor. I don't taught at MCC. I'm an educator. So when I go in front of these white people, when I go in front of these educators, whether I'm at St. John Fisher interviewing, St. John Fisher, where I say Brockport, MCC, I interviewed for a full professorship at all these institutions. And by the way, when you interview to be a professor, it's a 6 hour interview. Most folks like, dang, a 6 hour interview. It's a 6 hour interview. You do a tour of the campus. You got to teach a class. You got to meet the professors. You got to do all this stuff. It's a 6 hour interview. But there's a point where they allow you to go in front of the staff members who are basically interrogating you because once you become a professor, you become tenured, you have to die to lose that position. So they want to make sure they hire you, that you're a person that can fit in with their structure. But anyway, I told them all. I said, before I even say anything, I want you to know that the reason why I stand in front of you and have the courage to even talk to you right now is because of hip hop culture. Everything that I do right now gave me the strength to what I'm doing now is based on the foundation of hip hop culture. For me, it's a religion, it's a science, it's a philosophy. It ain't just people talking and mumbling and shooting. It's way more complicated than that. It's way more deeper than that. And I'm proud to be a part of that culture. So let's just start there. You know what I mean? So
I know
I
that's
know
right.
that artists in this area, we never had Def Jam or Universal or Sony. We can knock on their doors or see them riding through at Walmart or whatever to say, hey, look at my music. And marketing and promotion is the secret behind the media industry. You can have the dopest song, the dopest video. If you don't promote it and put it in front of people's faces, no one's going to see it. I can have the most crazy film on iTunes right now or Apple TV right now. If I can't do a flyer or a trailer to tell you that it's playing on there, you'll never know it's there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know that independent artists here need to have documentation of what they're doing. So on the show, I'll purposely ask you your age, not your age, but your name, where you're from, who influenced you, what you got coming out. Because if you are going to open up for a show, if you're looking for sponsorship, you're looking to go on a tour, a big tour, they're gonna want to see your resume. You know what I'm saying? So the 16 bar allows a few minutes for you to do that, but more importantly, you get to spit 16 in the booth. You know what I mean? In the studio. So I made the show for artists. I'm here to help the artists. I know what you need. So submit to the 16th bar, come in here into this professional studio environment so we can
Mhm.
show people around the world that we can produce content in the 585 on a professional level and bring some culture and bring no we got culture, we got to be in the business of hip hop. So the 16 bar is really me just trying to extend my hand out to build a community of artists and to show the world what we have to offer in this area. Not just Rochester, but Buffalo, Syracuse too. I'm primarily focusing on there until we move around the world. So to 16 bar actually was I started that show about 3 years ago. And
Right.
Quan, me and Quan, we taped some stuff a year ago, and then I did another show for Media Movement and kind of dropped 16 bar. So the 16 bar been around for a while, and so we on the 23rd episode. So this Sunday, we're gonna drop the 24th episode of the 16th bar. We got some great artists coming. You know, we got a couple females. I think Prada's coming through, and Quan got some. We got some dope folks coming up on the show. And we got some big artists going to come on the show pretty soon too. So, and even like you said earlier, folks be saying, "Oh, I seen the 16, but I seen your joint." They ain't liking it though, but they told me that they seen it. So I
Right.
try to when I'm on Instagram for the 16 bar for Media Movement, I'm liking as much stuff as I possibly can, and just to show love, like, hey, like I'm following people, and they not
Right.
really following me back, but I'm following them to let them know that I'm here, that I exist, and it's okay though, because with people, you got to have a movement, right?
Right.
People gravitate towards a movement, so the media movement got to keep moving. If I stop moving and stop producing, then no one really not going to follow me, right? So my philosophy is you got to keep posting, you got to keep moving, so you can have a movement.
Hey man, I follow. I post it all the time. You know what I mean? You could run down my timeline on any of my social medias. 16 bars is shining like it's mine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I'm not even there at none of the tapings. I just know all y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all don't
Right,
even know I posted.
right.
I
That's
just
what's up.
do it
Appreciate
because
you.
y'all my guys. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Appreciate.
like, besides the rappers, how many rap videos have you filmed? I know you're a videographer. How many
I
rap
haven't really
videos you
filmed that many. I filmed some videos. Um, I've been doing this for a very long time, and a lot of artists in the Rochester don't really have the funds. They want the nice videos, and so when they hear my price, I'm like, "Yo, you want me to go to 4 different locations? That's going to be about 2,500." Like, oh man, I can get it done. My man can do it for 4. I said, well, you better go get that 4 because you know what I mean. I'm not hating, you know what I'm saying? It's not primarily about that too. Then sometimes I got artists that I pump with that I'm cool with that I just throw out. Like I want to, there's a couple artists locally. I just want to say, yo, can I shoot one of your videos? Because I like
Right,
their stuff so much. I just want to help out. You know what I mean?
right.
So that goes for art. If you think I'm too expensive or you think anybody's too
That ain't,
expensive,
man. Time
no, no,
out.
no. I'm
That
just, I'm
ain't,
just,
man.
hold on. I'm just saying, let me just say this for 1 second because
You know how much equipment you gotta move in editing?
right, right. So I have done some. Let me ask you a question though. I've been shooting videos since, wow, a long time. 19, the 90s. Then I actually I shot my own video in Brooklyn, in the Bronx. No, Brooklyn, no, in Brooklyn. When I was in college, my man did a reggae hip hop song. So we shot a video in college back in what year was that? 94, 93. I'm in the video rapping, my man chatting, and we shot it. It's called Police Brutality. You know what I'm saying? It's called
Right.
Brutality about police, beating up black people. So I've been shooting my own videos and doing videos since 93 up until now. Um, I shot some stuff recently for Stigs. I shot some stuff for 38. I edited some stuff for 38. I worked with Emmy Grams. I'm working on this video now. He a brother who been
Dope.
rhyming for a
Dope.
long time. Shout out to Emmy Grams. with his open remix with DJ Wiz. We working on that now. That's dropping real soon. I have a rough cut by tomorrow, and I want to shoot more. I want to shoot more videos. And what I was gonna say to artists who are looking for me or any other professional, sometimes when you work hard and people see you working, they just want to help. You know what I mean? They want to help. You know what I mean? So if you're an artist, keep working. Somebody's going to notice your work and be like, yo, let me look out. There's a young artist named Shada Rillis. He was in a music program I worked on with Amen Patah at the library some years ago. I just seen the brother working so hard. I said, yo, man, your next show, I just want to come tape. Me, the movie, going to show up and just tape and do a show about what you did. So because I like what he was doing. So sometime when you out there working, people just going to come and get support. That's how rappers blow up, because they working so hard. People just want to help out, man. I carry a bag, bro. I come do security for free. I just want to help out because your music is hot. You discipline, you working. So we got to work. Some artists in Rochester do a lot of talking, bro. You can't be talking about rapping. I probably rap more than some of these rappers. I'm just going to keep it real. I rap all the time, but I'm not even a rapper. So if you are a rapper, you're supposed to be rapping. But more importantly, Dr. Dre said it the best. He said that this business is 90% business and 10% rapping. So I'm going to replay that for your viewers one more time. If you are a rapper, 90% of your time should be marketing and promotion and branding. That studio shit, that's 10% of your time. Because rappers come up, you can rap, anybody can rap, but it's the business of marketing and promotion that gets you to the next level. Now, some folks say, hey, man, it's about money. I can't afford to pay for it. I said, you got them gold teeth in your mouth. You're wearing Jordan number ones right now. You're wearing all type of expensive shit. Take that money and put it towards your marketing on social media.
Right.
Because posting on your website ain't going to do it. For those who don't know, I don't care if you got 1 million followers on Instagram. When you post on your $1 million followers, the million don't all see it. You think they stupid? Right. They're going to let you market to 1 million people for free? Are you out of your damn mind? So most people are in the music industry and don't understand the business. The same way if I want to sell some crack, I got to know the rules of the game to cook it and sell it and deal with the police and the thieves and the stick up people. The same thing when it comes to the music business. And I tell people, ain't no excuse when you got Google. I don't want to hear shit about nothing. You can Google anything about royalties, about marketing, promotion. You can use Chat GDP. I showed a brother like that. Marketing plan. It'll show you exactly what to do.
You could join,
and you can advertise. You can advertise on social media. Little as $5 a day, including YouTube, where you can bid for spots. You know what I'm saying? So you have to put your money where your mouth is. You know what I mean? So that's why the media movement was created, to help artists promote what they're doing. I want to see us win and producers too. The 16 bar event right now, we're playing. Artists are coming in, they spitting bars on industry beats, right? And when I do put the promos on YouTube, I get flagged sometimes because you got Jigga or the D-Block playing that you're rapping on. I want to have original beats on the 16 bar. When you come into the studio, you get to pick from our library of local producers or producers from around in the industry that allow us to use it for the show. That's another thing too. You want to have original music, rappers, when you're out here. You don't want to. YouTube is great.
Same thing.
YouTube is great, but you can't monetize that and make money on someone else's property. You know what I'm saying? And because YouTube and all these platforms are paying streamings out to artists, they locking it down. You can't be playing Jigga beat on all your content and monetizing your YouTube channel and make money when they got to pay him for real. So
hold on. I didn't mean to stop you, but my man said the same thing, because my man from Free Smoke No Gas, that come on Friday.
I gotta plug my laptop in. You gotta hold that. Go ahead.
I told the people the same thing. When you rock, send your joints to him with original beats, because he be promoting people's joints. He be playing the raw. It be dope too. Every Friday, this shit come on. He be rocking on YouTube and Facebook and shit like that. And he say, yo, listen, when you sing your music, send it with original beats, because he don't want to get flagged every time he drop, but he only trying to promote you.
Yeah, man. And so that's it's so real, bro. And I'm sure people have heard this before, but when I meet artists, I tell them that, like, yo, you got to have original music. Now, I be getting beats from YouTube for my content as well. YouTube is a lot of dope producers on YouTube, bro. It's a lot of them. And a lot of them, you can license their music. You can hit them up and pay a licensing fee to use it, or you can buy it from them. So you want to try to buy it or license the material to promote it to try to get to the next level. And that's something I want to see happen in Rochester. I want to do a project with Media Movement. Me and Quan been talking. I want to do a Media Movement project where I put together a project with beats and rhymes and original content. I want to hear some new music. I know a lot of people are listening to this trap and to this drill. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear some 585. I'm telling you, I want to hear 585. Every producer that I'm paying too. I want to pay producers to produce a beat. If I hear trap or drill, you're dead. So you might as well don't even submit nothing. I don't want to hear it.
Don't come
I
in
want to
here with
hear.
that.
Don't come in here with that. We from the 585. If you are artist, we want to hear that 585 sound. Now I know it's gonna
Right,
be
don't
some
come in
hard
here.
shit because that's where we from. We from the 585, and I know we like that hardcore shit. That's where we come from. I'm not even too ignorant
Right.
to understand that. But what I don't want to hear is some Chicago drill. I'm sorry. In New York City, they don't sucked up that crap with all these girls rhyming on that too with all the curly hair little what's her name little light skinned little orphan Annie looking girl. I don't know, but
I
I'm
know who you
saying that.
talking about. The little
And thank God
gingerbread
for
looking chick.
thank God for trap. I like trap. Trap been going down for some years. Trap is fire, but that's some Atlanta
Right,
down south shit. Can we
right.
get the producers in this city to do a 585 sound? I don't know
Me and
what that
Stiggs
sound gonna
always
be.
talked about that. Me and Stiggs
We got
always talked
SMK,
about that
we got a
earlier.
lot of producers out here. I don't want, so I want to pay for that. I want to see that, right? And then I want to do a
Me and Stiggs talked
documentary.
about a
I want to do.
mixtape.
It's going to be a mixtape with original music. We want to monetize it. All the artists going to make sure they got their royalties on the joint. I want to shoot 3 or 4 videos for it, and I'm doing a movie about the making of the project. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
So
I'm
this
with
will
it.
this
I'm
this
with it.
will allow. So when I get the producers in the room, we're gonna interview. They're gonna say, "Hey man, this is what I wanted to do with the sound." We're gonna get the artists. They're gonna say, "This is how I'm gonna rhyme on it." They're gonna tell their story on how long they've been doing it. We got some veterans who've been rhyming and writing for years that never got a chance to show their talents and see it. So I want to do this project to let the world know it's bigger than 38. It's bigger than Benny them from Buffalo. We got a whole plethora of producers and rhymers in this town who has not gotten the platform to show the world what we have to offer. And so that's what Media
Right.
Movement want to do. That's what I'm all about. I'm on my 585 shit, period. I don't want to hear nothing. When I try to run I got love everywhere I go. I've been all over the country, all over the
Me
different
too.
Caribbean islands. They love where I'm from. I'm Rochester swagged out. Let me get my power cord, bro. Let me get my power cord from my laptop died. Then we gonna be done. Hold on.
Go ahead. Go
Say
ahead.
something
Go
though.
ahead. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Ah, your camera followed you. My man, see, look, my man got this thing, this media movement where his camera follow him with the movement. You know what I'm saying? But me and Stiggs was talking about the same thing earlier about me putting a mixtape together. He gonna choose some of the artists that he worked with, which is some younger artists. And we're gonna have veterans, we're gonna have a whole bunch of joints going on. And that's crazy that he brought it up himself. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely necessarily needed right now. You know what I'm saying? We got a few platforms to even display it on, and it's gonna be fire.
Okay, I'm
You
black.
know what
I'm
I'm
black.
saying?
I'm black. I'm back.
Hey yo,
I'm sorry, my
what was
brother.
what crazy was how your camera followed you all over the place.
Oh yeah, that's that AI, man. Listen, man, we gotta use that. Listen, this AI stuff. I'm gonna let the audience know. I was fighting this AI stuff, right? I was last June. Me and my man, we went to a Juneteenth celebration in Wilmington, Delaware, right? And the brother was telling me, "Yo, man, I use AI to write my scripts for my movies, yo." I'm like, "What? A computer gonna
Mm,
write your man? I ain't with that crap." I was fighting it, so I start toying around with it. typing stuff up and seeing what it'll write back. It's pretty accurate, my brothers. It saves you a lot of time. Not saying I wanted to write a script for me, but as far as the structure of things, like say if you having a problem with your landlord and you want to put a grievance in on somebody, you just type in your grievance, what day it happened, what you didn't like about what happened at the joint. It will type an immaculate letter. I'm talking about, man, you think an attorney wrote that motherfucker. I'm like, yo, this AI is creepy, it's spooky, but
I'm
it's
about to
so
give me
dope.
some of that.
Man, that chat GDP, it writes letters, it writes scripts, it writes complaints, it writes whatever you want, resumes, business plans, and it'll write the whole shit for you. And all you gotta do is go in there and tweak it and do your own thing. Now I'm a writer, right? So I don't recommend that for everybody, but I like it because I can quickly get a structure together and put my mojo on it and be done with it without having to waste too much. I'm so busy that, but if you're not a good writer, then it is a lifesaver. Trust me. So I'm embracing this AI technology, like this AI camera. You see how it's I stand up, it go down. So I'm embracing the technology, my brother, and we got to embrace it. So I'm locking in.
Right. Hey, yo, check this though. What be exciting me is like I like to hear brothers' stories, right? You done told us some cool, some good, some information and all of that. But I got two more questions about the videography thing, and then I'm gonna go on
Okay, let's go.
to you. Okay. How many shows, like live performances,
Mm-hmm.
you ever video some of those? Like what artists, not what artists in particular, but have you ever videoed a few shows?
Yes, well, let me just say this. I'm a graduate. I have 2 degrees in filmmaking, right? Video and film production. I have a bachelor's in video production from UB. I have a master's from film and video from RIT. So I've been taping shows really since, well, in grad school, like 96. From 96 up until now. Back in 96, 97, I'm interviewing. I'm with Chris G and my man Collie. We got McGruff. We got so and so. We got Big Pun them on the camera for a little bit. We got DMX. I got footage of DMX with Boomer. Boomer dead. DMX is in Rochester with Boomer in the hotel. I'm like, yo, they gonna let this man can't be no pit bull in this hotel. Man, the pit bull running all through the joint. And I got footage of that. So I got a lot. I'm not gonna brag. I'm gonna put it to you this way. I may be reaching, but I may be real though. You can probably get everybody video in the town and they still don't got more footage than me. Put it that way. I've been taping shows so long, you could take all your friends' video, all of them, and put them all together, and I still probably got more footage than anybody in the town. Got
How
mad
about
footage.
concerts? How about concerts?
Mad concerts. Matter of fact, I got some shot. Look at that. You see that? Who that? I got Sheik Roots right there. I'm showing up. We can just watch this for a second. Hassan Mackey with my man Dub. You know, what you want? Switch it again. What's on the screen? 50 Cent. This is before he even had the album drop. You know what I'm saying? This is in Buffalo. This is where I was going. They was going to beat me down. Yo, it was crazy because Mike Lighty, when they came to Water Street, they finessed me out of my tape. Like, yo, here go my car, man. We gonna get the tape. We on tour, and they was talking anyway. When they get the Buffalo the next week. They got Bangle Smurf back there. They got bulletproof vests on. I said, I'm gonna die tonight. I am not giving my tape up tonight. And I saw Mike Lighty. Mike Lighty was like, yo, you good? I was like, yeah, because I'm thinking, I'm gonna die tonight. Because you're not gonna get Shabaka tape, not tonight, Jack. So yeah, so Elephant Man at Water Street. This is the Franchise Boys. So I put a little slide. This is Shabaka move, the cool brother. So I've been taping this hip hop culture for a long time. Okay. A lot of shows from Rick Ross to name it. I got Jamie Foxx on tape.
I got the fun question.
Yes.
Okay. Which show? You almost had the good fun right there. You got to give me a little piece of a story. Which show that you went to and was taping that it almost didn't happen, but it happened? but it had a story with it.
Wow. I don't know. That didn't happen.
It happened, but it almost didn't happen.
Well, it's a lot of shows. I don't want to put nobody business out there. Let me just tell you this. And because we got some wannabe promoters who listening right now, or you may know somebody right now who, because they saw Sexy Red coming. I want to do a show, dog. When I get this 50,000, I'm gonna be so real with you, my brother. And it's a little negative, but I'm just gonna keep it real. Listen. The promotion game is so difficult. If you are a new jack, if you don't have connections, if you don't know people, if you don't know the business, you are going to be mishandled and abused. The ticket people going to get you, you're going to be swindled so fast out of your bread that your head going to be spinning. You better off getting a brick of cocaine. I'm just going to tell you like that. You might as well go ahead and you better off because a lot of cats who out here want to promote, they think like the dope game. You just put some money in. You know what they do? They be like, okay, the Armory hold 1,500, right? So if I charge 60 a ticket, oh man, that's $87,000. You know how difficult it is to sell a show out with no promotion, and you think you're a promoter? So it's very difficult. So it's so many ways for you to lose in the promotion game if you don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? I saw people get their show taken over because they had no stage manager. When you go to these folks doing this concert at the Blue Cross Arena with Sexy Red, if you don't know how to manage that stage and they see that you don't know what you're doing, they going to take over your show. It's over your head, bruh. You never dealt with 10,000, 20,000 people in a place. You got to know how to manage the stage, coordinate with the sound people, the lighting people, deal with the artists, manage the stage so you don't go over time. Because trust me, if you go over time at the Blue Cross Arena, it's something called unions. And they charge you overtime to break that stage down. If your show go over an hour, you're going to be back in that back room because you ain't going to leave. And they're going to say, okay, you owe us an extra $10,000 because the crew had you know what I'm saying? So I've been to shows at Water Street back in the day. For folks that don't know, back in the 90s and the early 2000s, you go to Water Street, the artists would come on at 115. They'd come on at 105 because the promoters are trying to get that bread. The artists at the hotel, they not getting on the stage till that bread come. So the promoter on their phone with their man, yo, man, can I buy 5,000? Yo, you go they go on the Mad Flavors trying to get the tickets from there, but there ain't enough money. They want they 17,000, or they not coming. They in Rochester, but until they get that bread. So when I was taping these shows, I got used to it. Okay, they don't got their bread because it's 105. He ain't come on yet. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get that money together, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So most of the promoters out here, they waiting for them ticket sales to come to pay the artists. That's why they got you in there at the bar at the last minute. Because if they want half the money up front, right? So if you bring in the artist,
you ain't got the money.
A lot of these promoters, they hustling. They think it's the streets. We gonna just flip this and hold this ticket and do that and do this. So the artists, they got half up front. They flew here. They in the hotel. They like, yo, where that bread at? You know what I mean? So a lot of the shows at Water Street back in the day, they started so late because I'm on a live. They started so late because people trying to get that bread. Or sometimes the artists would come late. Matter of fact, there was a show with Big Pun, KRS-One. The key is on the shelf out there by the door. It was a show with Herb McGruff, Big Pun, KRS-One, and my man did the show. It was at the convention center, and KRS-One was late. He was driving from New York. I guess KRS-One didn't realize how far Rochester was from the Bronx or wherever he was coming from, and so it started a little late. So sometimes the artists do start a little late. You know what I mean? I did a show. I would tape the show at Water Street with Swiss Beats. I was thinking, how the Swiss gonna rock a show? He ain't an artist, but he rocked that bitch. But he came with the Maybach. He was on time though. He a little late, but he rode in the back of Water Street with the white Maybach with the little goons with their little fitteds on, riding the whip. He in the back on the laptop, and Swizzy jumped out and rocked it. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of shows that started late, and they were late because they were trying to get the bread. Because the artist's not coming to the venue until that bread's in their hand. You know what I mean? They're not coming. They're going to wait in the hotel or just leave until they get all their bread. So a lot of shows almost didn't. I would say almost didn't happen, but started late because of the bread. Then I've been to some shows where the artist didn't show up. I'm not saying nobody names, but I'm just saying that, but a lot of the shows at Water Street, people were trying to get the bread together to pay the artists and, also get their door because, some of us come late, you know what I mean? So people may not come there to 12, but you still need an extra 3 or 4,000 from the door so you can pay the artist. So you're going to let the DJ rock out until we get people through the door, paying for VIP or paying whatever. At the door, you pay more. You already know. The hot artist, you come to that door the day of the show, $100. We want 100. We want 80 to get in there.
That just turned my stomach. How you promote a show with no money, man?
I wouldn't say no money. Let's say, okay.
There's no money, man.
No, I'm just telling you, because people who don't know first of all, you underestimate the business. So there's people out here listening right now. Okay, so let's say an artist costs 40. The artist costs 40,000. You may have 40,000, right? So to get the artist to get booked, you got extra. Oh, well, I'm just people trying to finagle. They doing that Water Street whole 1,500 times 80. That's how much bread I can make. So if I sell X amount of tickets, I have enough to pay them, right? It sounds good when you first start the promotion, right? When you first sit down with your team.
Sound good to me.
You asked a question, my brother. See, this ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know how it goes. So if an artist costs 40, you got to send them 20, right?
No, I know how it go. I'm saying if I was a promoter, let's just say I was a promoter.
You different.
I know how much D Block want. That money always gonna be set to the side already.
Okay, so now
before they even get here.
But you know how it go. You send that 20. Now you got 20 to pay him when he get here. Yeah, but you forgot about DKX, right? And so you go talk to Andre. I'm just letting you know. So now you talk. So you didn't know because you thought you knew, right? And so he say you want to do a show when? I'm gonna need about 8,000 for that. And then you be like, damn, 8,000 for radio? Okay, wow, that's out of the 20. And then you say, you know what? I want the artist to come on the radio and say something when he get in town. That's 1,500. Then you forgot about the flyers. You forgot about the rider. You booked the artist. You didn't know that there's a rider that comes with the artist that they want Cristal. They want a hotel. They want this. They want that. Then you forgot about in the internet. Now you got internet promotion. You forgot about all the. Then you got a car service. You got to get the artist from the airport. You got to take them to the mall. They want to go here, want to go there. All these incidental. So now you still think about the 1,500 times 80, and you thinking, hey, if tickets may be doing pretty good, so people take chances. Now there's some promoters. Now I worked with a promoter recently, out of town. I'm not gonna say who it is. We keeping it low, but he paid the artist at the sound check. When the artist came to the sound check, he got all his bread at the sound check. I told him I never seen that. I ain't never, ever see a promoter pay the artist at the sound check early in the afternoon. He come there, 1 2 1 2, jiggle 1 2. Okay, he came and gave him a check for the rest of the money at the sound check. Done. Not waiting for those ticket sales. He got paid at the sound check in the middle of the afternoon. The show wasn't until 9 o'clock. So that's the way you want to do it, cool. But more importantly, you want to be able to get sponsorship and promotion. If you're a new promoter, of course, you're not going to get sponsorship. But promoters out here, like the brothers who doing the shows now, they've been working together. I don't know the brothers, but they got a good run. They've been working, putting out mad concerts over the last 5-6 years in Rochester. They have enough traffic where they can go to a Metro PCS and get 10 from them and put their banners up on the stage if they got a good marketing team, so they don't have to pay for anything. You want to do a concert where you don't have any cost. The sponsors and advertisers are paying for everything. So all you're doing is getting that ticket money and that VIP money, and that's all profit because the sponsors pay for everything. So when we start doing concerts at Media Movement, I'm not doing shows till I got a sponsor and building up my network. So when I have a concert sponsored by T-Mobile, they paying for everything. I'm not paying for nothing. It's a T-Mobile concert. That's how the business go. You know what I mean? Right, so I'm just giving it to you. So a lot of promoters, they were hustling, trying to make it happen. And that's why artists came late. But now it's different because you got to be at Water Street by 11 o'clock. You got to be at Blue Cross and Rain by 11 o'clock. You ain't going to Blue Cross and Rain until 1 o'clock in the morning. Not with no niggas, not with no black people. No. You out of there by 11 or we start charging overtime after 11. So now, and you got to pay for police presence too. So that's another thing with promoters. You forgot about that too. Now, when you do a black event, you got to have the police there. And that's like that's like some thousands of dollars to have them be there during the let out and during the time you're doing that. So that was long winded, my brother. But yeah,
Nah, that
a
was
lot
some
of
good information. You might have
yeah,
taught me, you know what I'm saying? When I come up on a lot of bread, the extra shit I gotta think about. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, because
So
people the first time, yeah, go ahead.
no, I'm saying go ahead. So you know, I was just saying so I know. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, it's a very it's an entertaining business because you get a chance to bring artists here and you can get pictures with them and you can show off in front of your friends that you brought a person to town and it's exciting. You know what I'm saying? But the artist we just dealt with, he was a jerk. We was out of town and the artist was acting like he was Prince or something. And you
Right.
know, it's just like you don't gotta act like that, bro. These artists is
Yeah,
funny too, man. They cool when you listen to them when you meet them in person. They meet their management. Not all of them. Some of them are like jerks, like for real, like they wilding, yo, out of control. So you got to deal with some of them, these moody artists. A lot of artists I met, I didn't like when I met them, like Common, Talib. There's bunch of artists that I really like. You meet them in person, like man, I want to bust his head wide open. But
yeah.
but yeah, but it's some good people like Dougie, Slick Rick. It's a bunch of artists I met. Rakim, you know, DMX, D Block. Yeah, that's why they love Rochester. D Block, they get mad love in the Rock. They mad because they mad approachable, mad cool brothers. They not funny. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Now
I
Pat
tell
Poose
you
was
that.
funny. Pat Poose, I asked for an interview. Oh, who are you? No, man, you know. He just got the deal with Jive for 1.5, so he thought he was big. He came to Rochester. I got his picture back there in the slideshow with Pat Poose. He told
Right,
me, man, basically, man, I'm doing, you know, basically I ain't BET, so I ain't, you know, I ain't giving no interview. See, he lost that
right.
deal though. Pat Poose ain't had
Yeah,
no. You know what happened to Pat Poose? You know, he got the TuneCore promotion going on. You know what I mean?
right.
And you know, I'm sure he's making some money, but I don't know what's up with the album. I don't know what's up with his traction videos and all of that. But you know, artists who are listening, you got to stay humble. I think when Common came here, he came to RIT, and it's a bunch of white folks in there. And that made me conscious too as a filmmaker. So when I start moving around with my movies and doing big things, I don't care where I could be in Utah with a bunch of white folks. It may be a few blacks in there, maybe it's some real ones everywhere. I
Mm-hmm.
gotta always be Bach. I can't act like because I'm somewhere with ain't many black people, I can just diss everybody. They minuscule. I'm
I
always
feel
gonna be the same. I'm never gonna change. So you meet me in Africa, you meet me in LA or Atlanta, I'm always gonna be the same Bach. I'm not gonna change who I am. And some artists do that. Like some
who
probably
was
come to
Bach?
Rochester, huh?
Who was Bach there? Who was Bach? We gonna get to who was Bach. Since you
Oh,
want to say who Bach is. Who is Bach? Who we gonna meet? Who's this guy? I know you already said you done been to college, and I know you've met a lot of people in college. But who is Bach? I know Bach. I know Bach got some consciousness way beyond what people see right now. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's a
So
complicated question. But yeah,
when did I'm gonna just start from I know the conscious Bach. When did the consciousness start with Shabaka?
when I went to
How
college, right? Because before I went, first I'm the first person in my family to go to college, to a 4-year college. One of my aunties went to Bryan Stratton. I don't think that count, but you know, but other than that, there was no other person that I knew in my family that went to college. Before I went to college, I'm from Plymouth and Jeff. I'm from Cottage
dope,
Street.
dope,
I
dope.
lived I lived on off a child. I lived on Ginny. I lived in Gateway. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the southwest side. Let's just
Gateway.
start there first. That's what Bach is. I'm from the west side. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And from a family of street people. My family was on Jefferson Avenue. Bunch of women in my mom and my sisters. They was well known, and we from the rec center I went to as a kid is Flint Street. I went to 19th school, Seward Street. Everybody know from the west side know one of the roughest neighborhoods. I'm from Flint Street. I learned to swim at Flint Street. Flint Street had a pool. Flint Street had a pool in the parking lot. So if you go to Flint Street Rec right now, it's called the Woody Lightfoot Center. But that parking lot where Flint Street Rec is, that's where the pool is, a metal white pool. I learned to
Right.
swim in that parking lot, bro. The pool they got now, that's a new pool off to the side where the grass is over. That's the new pool. When I'm 4 and 5 years old, I was swimming in the pool in the parking lot during the time of the Jefferson Avenue block party. You know, who remember that? The Jefferson
Right.
Avenue block party. Shout out to Willie Lightfoot Sr. You know what I'm saying? Well, we had culture. I remember going there. That's Bach. That's me. I'm from the West
Yeah.
Side, family full of hustlers and street people, and I happened to slip in to go to college, bro. And when I went to college for the first time, I'm gonna get real deep because it's some deep. I have to. You say
Go
who Bach is,
ahead.
so
Open the
a
door.
lot. I never. I'm getting personal, but because it's real. I never had friends that had their father around, right? I'm from the street, so you may have an uncle, or you may, if the father is around, he might be a street dude. You know, he might be a hustler, carry pistols, or shot a few people, or the street guys. And so I get to college, I meet a guy who got like a dad, like
Right.
I seen his dad move him into the dorm. You know what I mean? So my first day of college, I'm the first one in my dorm almost. So I'm sitting in the front. I don't pack my stuff up. Before I went to college, I didn't have any now. There was no library of black consciousness in my family. My grandfather, he just always say cracker, he's cracking this cracker. So I knew that white people, there's some shady people. I didn't know that. I knew how to roll dice. I know how to get girls. I was a gambler. I played tunk. I rolled dice. I drunk weed. I smoked. I did all that. I was a street guy who wound up and
Right.
wanted to be an engineer though. Was an engineer kid at Edison. That's what I did. I was doing circuits. I worked at Kodak as a co-op student. I wanted to be an engineer. I went to college to do that. I went to school and realized that, man, people have families. I'm sitting in the front of the dorm and cars are pulling up with the mother, the father. They taking crates out with food in it and futons and refrigerators and
Right.
oh, see you later. They hugging and kissing. I'm like, I came in on a Greyhound. Or you know what I'm saying? My granddad dropped me off and gave me a crispy $50 bill. And so
Bye.
I started getting sad. Like, and for the first time, I'm 18. I never thought about family. It never even crossed my mind. I never seen it like that. So I didn't know how to take that. It took me back like, wow, dang. My dad lived way in California at the time. My dad lived in South Central on the other side of the country. So, you have stepdads and people like that, but it was just me realizing that. But during that summer, I went to UB in the EOP program. It was a brother named Patrice. He was a Haitian brother. He pulled me in his room like, yo, come let me show you something, young brother. And he's like, yo, you know what this is? He showed me mad different books on mad different culture. And he playing Malcolm X speeches. I'm like, yo. So I started getting turned on to older college cats that was putting me on. And then I started meeting brothers who've been reading books since they was 4 years old. They read Langston Hughes poems. They read this. They read The Raisin in the Sun. They read The Message to the Black Man. They read this. They read that. They dads went to college. So I started meeting brothers that been reading books since they was 4 or 5 years old. The only book I read was the Bible, and I didn't really read it,
Right.
but I act like I was reading it in church. My grandmother used to put it up, you wasn't reading. And I read a
Right.
couple of little whack books in high school, but there's where I started to say, wait a minute, man, it's a whole bunch of stuff I didn't know that now I know. Although I was in college, be educated, a lot of my education happened outside of the classroom, right? And most people who in college, they have the same story. Your education happened outside of the classroom. It was those friends that you dealt with, or those professors and people that that you looked up to that kind of navigate you through this thing called school, which is like an initiation. It's not, and now in my thinking now, I don't really bring up the college thing and like brag about that too much. It's an accomplishment to have a master's degree, but I don't think it validates who you are because you have a college degree, right? Now, there's some bourgeois Negroes who think that they're better than people because they have a degree. I never put that in front of people's face. I don't brag about it. It's an accomplishment. I'm proud of it, but I think we can be successful without college degrees, right? I think some of the richest people in this country dropped out of college, like a Bill Gates or
Right.
Mark Zuckerberg. These guys, the guy of Steve Jobs, who went,
Yeah.
these white guys went to Harvard, and they all dropped out in their sophomore year, never got a college degree, and now they're billionaires when they started. So, although if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, you got to go to college, you got to take these state tests, but to be successful in this country, don't necessarily means you got to have a college degree. But that's where I learned my revolutionary cultural thing. That's where Shabaka came from. The name Shabaka, Bach or Shabaka, I was a filmmaker in '91, and Spike Lee was really big during the time. And I was like, I need, my real name is Clifford Sherrod Collier, and I'm like, you know, that don't sound like a filmmaker name. I need something cultural, something African. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the UB library and I found the book on African names. And one of the names I ran across, I wanted something with Shah in it, like Sharif or Shalif, or I wanted something with Shah in it. I didn't know that. So I'm going through the SHAs in the book and I run across Shabaka. I was like, and it said Shabaka means to be creative and versatile. I said, yeah, I'm a filmmaker. I'm creative. I'm versatile. So this sounds like a dope name. But it sounds like Chewbacca from Star Wars. I'm not doing no Chewbacca, even though it's not Chew, it's Sha, but it's so close to Chewbacca that I'm like, oh, that sounds like a horrible name. But it wasn't until like a year or two later, I started getting into Kemetic spirituality and into Egypt stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm digging into Egypt stuff and I run across the 25th dynasty with a pharaoh named Shabaka. And I seen his picture. I'm like, yo, the nigga he kind of look like me a little bit. Hold on a minute. I said, hold up a minute.
Yeah, that's right.
I kept that name in the back burner because it was creative and versatile. That's me. I said, because it fit me, but it don't sound like I want to use that name. But when I ran across that brother he's a Nubian, you know what I'm saying, from the Sudan area right now. And he in the Sudan, and for those who don't know, the pyramids in Sudan are older than the ones in Egypt. So, you know, so anyway, this brother from that part, he from down south of Kemet, and came up and was able to unite Upper and Lower Egypt at one point because the Hyksos and the Greeks were fighting for Upper Egypt. So that's how I kind of got Bot. That's where Bot came from, you know. And also phonetically, Shah means to proclaim. The Ba is the soul and the Ka is the spirit. So Baka or the Bak is the soul, the Ba. You know what I'm saying? The Ba and the Ka. You know what I mean? The soul and the spirit. You know what I mean? To proclaim my soul and spirit. That's Shabaka, right? Which we all should do because we all have the soul and spirit of our ancestors, those who came before us. We're talking about grandma and grandpa, not the ones that you're talking about, but the ones from many generations ago that look just like me, and yours look just like you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's where Baka from, the soul and spirit, right? So I'm a representation of my ancestors who've been here many, many years ago. I'm just reincarnated. I'm back in the building, and that's what it's all about. So through media, one thing about media is that we get the chance to create our own reality. So I've been doing a film program with young people for 18 years. That now, see, this is a city where, like, a brother like me, I don't need to be patted on the back. I'm just going to let your audience know how deep it go. I haven't did a feature film yet, but I have students that made films for 18 years. I've shown young people how to. If I show some of my young films, you'll think like it could be on Tubi. Some Tubi, our films can be on Tubi and stand up against a Tubi movie because some of Tubi movies are. I love Tubi, by the way. I love Tubi. I support it. I watch it every night.
Platform.
I love Tubi. I support it. Some of the films are not good, and I see some errors in them, but I love it and I support it 100%. And when my movies come out off of my platform, I want them on Tubi and Netflix and all of that too. But this summer will be the 18th summer that I've done films with young people. You know what I mean? Showing them how to do films. But that's what. But I went off track, my brother. I'm a talker, my brother. But yeah, that's what Shabaka came from. Shabaka.
I was angling you back to Shabaka is that.
Yeah. I want to go back to. I'm going back to the.
Ask you about the people you met when y'all was bringing the people that do speeches or wrote books to the college.
Oh man, at UB, listen, man. I'm a revolutionary, right? Like people don't know that, but I'm not out here yelling and screaming and, you know, and talking crazy on Facebook. I'm kind of low with it, you know, but I'm doing my own. I'm revolutionary with the mind, with the thinking. And when you get a chance to talk to me, that's where you learn that, hey, Bach, that's what he about. I'm about community. Although our community, we don't have a community right now, but we got to build a community, which I want to help build. BSU, the Black Student Union. After King got assassinated in 65, was it 65, 66, 65? they started colleges started the black students on colleges wanted an organization to help build their esteem and build their consciousness. So colleges started funding something called the Black Student Union. University of Buffalo had it since the 60s, bro. So I was involved because my boy was kind of involved in that. You know what I mean? So he was like, yo, I'm gonna run for president one day. But the first person I heard speak was Anthony Browder. He had a book called The Browder Files. His most popular book was the Nile Valley Civilization. Is it called the Nile? Yeah, the Nile Valley Civilization. And this brother is from the DC area. And I got involved with BSU after seeing him speak because my boy, he begged me to go because I'm from Plymouth and Jeff. I'm like, I don't want to see no speak. I'm trying to see where the girls at, give me some weed or something or whatever.
Right,
I'm
right.
not thinking about seeing nobody speak. But he
Well,
told me, yo, you gotta come. This dude is dope. You gotta come. You gotta come. So, and it was right, it wasn't too far from my dorm. I said, okay, I'm gonna walk over here with this dude. Man, this brother was so powerful. I'm like, yo, this dude lifted up. He said, I'm gonna show you how to lift a person up with 2 fingers. So we thinking, how you gonna do it with 2 fingers? Man, first he got the biggest dude in the joint, was like, yo, come up on the stage. And then he bought the 4 smallest people and said, okay, try to lift them up. So they grabbed them by the leg. They couldn't lift them up. They couldn't. He went and whispered in their ear. And each person tucked 2 fingers under each armpit, under each leg, and lifted dude up in the air. I was like, yo, I'm never going back to being
man, get
ignorant.
out of here, man.
What? I swear to you, it's a science of, but when you hold your hand like this and you put 2 fingers together, it's a nice support. And if you put
Right.
that under each, then you could give with 4 people, you can lift people up just like that. And that's what we did. And he had pictures of Egypt and Kemet. I was like, yo, I want to be down with the Black Student Union. So I got involved and they kind of put me in charge of transportation. So I would go pick up these speakers from the Buffalo airport and bring them to the campus. So I met Khalid Muhammad. I met Ras Baraka. I met Amiri Baraka. I met Ramona Africa. I met Angela Davis. I met Khalid Muhammad. Whew. I'm
How
a
was
film
he? How was
man.
he?
Khalid was so, listen, bro. This brother came to Buffalo with a full-length mink coat, bald head. He had the ill moon and crescent ill ring on it. He shook my hand, almost broke all my fingers in my hand. What's up, young brother? He grabbed my hand and squeezed my hand. I said, yo, the grip he trying to kill the brother. Hold on. I act like it hurt, but I'm like, yo, this dude almost broke every bone in my finger. Like this dude, he had a firm handshake. And this story is so phenomenal, bro. Khalid Muhammad, I think they killed my brother. They said he died of some kind of, I don't know how. It's just, man, listen, dude. University of Buffalo was a Jewish school before it was a Sunni school, right? And so when they got their charter from the state of New York to become a Sunni college, they were able to keep their religious holidays. So on the UB campus, we had Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah. There was no classes on those days. I don't know how. Of course, I know how. They had so much power, they were still able to have a Jewish holidays on their school, getting state money, because you ain't supposed to be able to do that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You're supposed to be able to have your religious holidays. Like you can't have Ramadan on a state funded school. They won't let you do that. But at UB, you can have Jewish holidays celebrated. So, of course, Khalid Muhammad had a lot of flack after his King College speech about the Jews and slavery, whatever. So they were sending death threats to us because I'm in BSU. My man was the president, and we at the house before Khalid came, and they call on the phone. We pick up the phone, you can hear static with nobody. Be like, hello, they're not saying nothing. Like, y'all think our phones is tapped. And then at the UB campus, at our office, they were calling up to the office with death threats. You better not bring that dude here. He's an anti-Semitic. It was crazy. So when we get Khalid on campus, bro, it's about 300 or 400 Jews outside of the auditorium on our campus with candles. You know what I mean? And we had to get the state troopers to come for security because they thought it was going to be some kind of melee on the campus. When Khalid got in that theater, He was like, "Yeah, welcome. I got here to I got here to Amherst. I got here to the campus, and I see that there's some folks who have a candlelight vigil protesting me coming to the campus." He said, "But where is your candlelight vigil for General Amherst?" Now, our campus was in Amherst, New York, and General Amherst was a general who killed about 10 to 20,000 Native Americans. He said, "So where is your candlelight visual for General Amherst, who killed the Native American?" Yo, it was, yo, that's how he started the speech off, yo. Incredible. So we got through that with nobody getting hurt, and he signed some autographs. So it wasn't just him, it was what's our brother name? Stokely Carmichael. You know what I mean? I met him, Karis One, just countless others. One good one I told Star this story. Wise Intelligent came to UB when I was there, right? And he came. I didn't go to this concert, but people told me about it. They said that there were people not moving in the crowd. So he's like, "Yo, this is like Europeans." He was like, "Yo, this is a Wise Intelligence show. Either you gonna move or you get the F out of here. You're not gonna be in my show. You're not gonna be moving." So everybody started moving to Wise Intelligent. You know what I'm saying? That's a deep brother. A lot of respect for him.
Oh
Public
yeah.
Enemy. So not only did I meet a lot of speakers, I met a lot of artists like Public Enemy. Our school brought a lot of, they would have a fall and a spring fest, and they would bring rappers to the campus. But I met a ton of dope people. Dude named, he's from Chicago. He passed away. What's his Steve Coakley. Steve Coakley was a deep brother, man. He had something called Name the Names of all of the secret societies, the Boule. He broke the whole thing about the sororities and fraternities and the alphas and the Qs, and he was just breaking down everything. So I met a lot of brothers. And the messed up thing about it is that I'm a film student, right? I don't got none of it on video. None of it. I never even thought about taping any of this. And so every time I think like, yo, I got to be the most silly cat ever. How I'm a video student, but I was doing the job. I was transporting and helping out behind the scenes and never thought about videotaping it. But of course, if we had cell phones back then, I'd have had all that stuff. I would have had pictures and video because that's the world we live in. But back in the early 90s, there was no internet like that. It was no internet.
Right.
At all. The first class I had email, I dropped it. The professor said, "I'm gonna give you the syllabus on email." I dropped the class. I was so intimidated by the email, I dropped the class. So on that campus, we met a lot of powerful people, and our BSU chapter was strong, bro. We were like Black Panthers. I'm just gonna keep it real. We was militant Black Panthers because we were bringing some real controversial people on campus. We getting death threats. They tapping our phones. So so when I say I'm a revolutionary, that's something I got when I was in college. And so it's not me just talking like, all that Black Panther stuff. I read a lot of the stuff with even Tupac, Sada Shakur and, Matula Shakur and, H. Rap Brown and all these people I studied intensively in college. So I know all the stories.
Yo, before we get out of here, I wanted to ask you one more question for the people that's like beginning a journey. Like, can you give me, if I was to begin my consciousness right now, can you give me 3 books to aim me toward the truth? Just the beginning.
Wow.
Just 3.
Okay.
Just the
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. Okay. Easy. One good book is The Browder Files by Anthony Browder. That book, and then the second book will be the next book from Anthony Browder, Now Valley's Contributions to Civilization. Because during that time, that book came out, was something called the Illuminati 666 books that was out. That was a popular book in the hood. Everybody was trying to get their hands on it. That was cool. But Anthony Browder, I found out, was a graphic designer. So he got a lot of images in the book. our people are very visual people too. So
Right.
I don't want
And
to
the
overwhelm.
Supreme Mathematics
I,
book that
yep,
was running around back then too, by
yep.
Dr. York.
And Message to the Black Man, How to Eat to Live. These are books
Yeah.
that was out when I was in college that were really, really popular. So I would say those two books by Anthony Browder. Another good book that I thought was cool was Stolen Legacy by George M. James. That was a very popular book. I think it's a dope book. He connects a lot of the dots. Any book from John Henry Clark.
Right.
Um, of course, there's some complicated books like Jope at Sheikh Anta Diop or Diop.
Uh-huh.
His book. What's the name of that book? I can't think of the book right now. With the cradle theory, I can see it in my mind. I got a bunch. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. You asked me a question. Let me go. Just give me two. Hold on.
That's my boy, man. See, me myself, I'll be reading some Dr. Delbert Blair. That's my guy. That's one of my favorite people, man. I watch all his speeches. There's a guy that got him on YouTube, and what's my other guy? The little chubby dude that was out back then. Oh man. Oh, I forgot his name. If you could, if y'all know it, y'all could put it in the comments when I drop this. Mm, I forgot his name, man. But yeah, man, it's a lot of wisdom now running around strong back then, especially in the lecture series.
Man, I don't have the books I thought I had here. I don't have here, but I want to mention this book right here. This book is called An Empire of Their Own. It's about how the Jews invented Hollywood. This book is from a mentor of mine named Dr. Leonard Jeffries, who I had a chance to pick up from the airport to bring to the UB campus.
Mm,
He also was being attacked because he made some supposedly anti-Semitic statements at a college, and he got death threats. When I picked him up from the airport, I was like, Jeffries, we got a room for at the Marriott. He was like, I ain't staying there.
right.
He said, man, they trying to, I don't trust nothing. He said he had a dashiki on, lifted it up. He had a bulletproof vest on. He was like, bruh, I'm not staying at no hotel. I'm staying where y'all staying at. Wherever y'all gonna stay at. So, so Leonard Jeffries, who recommended this
So you
book, he
got to
was
be
like,
in his
yo,
presence for a long time.
man, we talked to that brother till 5 o'clock in the morning. He like an encyclopedia of knowledge. But this
So
book is because I bought the book because um I'm not anti-Semitic. Of course we can't be because we are Semitic. But
right.
what it did show is that how the Jews kind of created Hollywood and they had a hand in defaming our image. You know what I mean? Because the
Mm,
first films that we were in were blackface films. So this is a good book for those who want to get into filmmaking or the media industry, just to know some of the creators of how the whole Hollywood thing got started. So I don't have the books I thought I had here. I don't have them here. Of course, The Art of War. Like this is a book that people know. So I wouldn't say African consciousness, but the consciousness of war. And one of the things the book drive home was that deception is the biggest weapon of war, not actual physical war. So that's what a lot of people use against us. They don't physically beat us and kill us. They just use psychology, sociology, and deceive you into defeat. Right.
mhm.
Another good book by Black Panther that you recommend the book. These books are easy reads. It's about his life. It's called Soul on Ice by Eldred
I
Cleaver.
heard that book.
Another dope book that I don't have the books I really want to show you here, but
Right.
Soul on Ice. This is a book I haven't delved into. It's called Black Genesis, The Prehistoric Origins of Ancient Egypt. So before Egypt, this book came out a couple years ago. I got to dig into it. So this is another good book. If you are into the Kemetic science, this is the Holy Grail, the beginning of Arad Nefer Amen, the Metu Neter. This is a dope book about Kemetic spirituality and science. And then this book, I had seen somebody on YouTube talking about it called The Peculiar Institution by Kenneth M. Stamp. It's about slavery in this peculiar institution in the antebellum South. So I thought I had the books that I wanted to show you here, but it must be at my house. But I'm in my office right now.
That's
So
heavy right there, though.
yep. So anything about Anthony, I think Anthony Browder is a good start. I asked my brother I meant the question, what was the first book that he got conscious with? He mentioned Anthony Browder's um, Nile Valley Contribution to Civilization when we were shooting a short film that we shot a couple years ago. So I think it's an easy read. And once you read that book, you can kind of branch out into other things. That's just my personal recommendation because of the way that he writes and he makes it plain. And yeah.
Dope, man. Listen, man, you're gonna have to definitely come back for the part two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to come back for the part two to talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'm
Yeah.
pretty
No, no.
well-rounded individual.
We listen. I got a whole bunch of stuff I was gonna ask you, but the way you covered what you covered, it eliminated half of it.
We'll
You know what I'm
just go in
saying?
there and pull one out before we go. Just pull one out before we go. One last question. Go in there, just snatch one out of there real quick.
All right. Tell me about. Okay, we're gonna talk local. The city budget and the education of the children.
Lord of mercy.
Uh,
Okay, for those who don't know, here we go.
all right.
Now, I want to do a lecture about politics, right, and how politics really work.
Mm-hmm.
God bless our grandparents and grandfathers before us who primarily voted Democrat, and anyway. You got to follow the money, right? And politics is business. So all municipal budgets and systems around the country all have budgets at the city level, the county level, the state level, and the federal level. Our city budget, I think I looked about 2 weeks ago, is 672 point something $1 million. 111 million goes to the school district, and the other 500 million or so goes for your garbage, your sewage, and blah 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 blah. They also get grants from the state and from the federal level to do infrastructure things, like they doing the waterway along exchange, and they building up the waterways. And so those the people who benefit from that budget is businesses, right? Or organizations. So if we want to participate in government, it has to be more than us just voting, right? We have to be able to do business with government. You know what I mean? Either as a contractor, consultant, and that's the whole secret. Just voting for someone without having any business attached to it, because I'm just gonna keep it plain. But we as Black people have been voting and looking at government as a handout. Like most people would tell you, well, they ain't plowing the roads. We paying taxes. Man, they ain't worried about no plowing no roads. Look at that budget. That budget's being given to individual businesses. And then whatever is left over, they can use for the community. You know what I'm saying? But most of that money goes out of our community into somebody else's hands. The RCSD budget is 1.1 billion. For the 2023-24 school year, our budget for the school district is 1.1 billion. 60% of that probably goes to salary of the people who's supposed to educate our children. And I don't know how, that's a good question. How much of the percentage goes to the actual student?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So not much. So it's a lot of money being tossed around, and our kids can't read. And that they realize that now. They've been knowing that. Now they're saying they got to retrain teachers to teach reading the old way, and they got to spend $20 million to do that, just to retrain teachers how to teach. So the power is in the parents and the people, right? So most of our parents don't know what's going on. Matter of fact, you ask somebody when you finish this broadcast, you ask somebody, what's the school district budget? What's the city budget? Ask people. The people don't even know. Although that information is public record. You can go to the website and download the budget from the city and from the school district. It's public information, but we're not dabbling into that. But when you look at that budget and start looking where the money going, you can like, wait a second. Who are these people and what they doing with this and who getting what? Hold on, wait a second. So in this country, it's not about democracy or morality. It's about business. Everything is business. And I'm at the conclusion now that you have to pay for freedom. Ain't nothing free. So when you go to Brighton, that community of people, they're paying for that that level of security and comfort. When you go out to Pittsburgh or Victor, they're paying for that level of protection
Mm-hmm.
and comfort, right? In the city, we expected something that we didn't pay for. You know what I'm saying? Ain't
Right.
nothing free in America. Ain't nothing free.
Ooh, that's dope, man. I'm gonna have to end it on that because that's deep,
Ain't nothing free.
and we never
We think
looked at it
something is
like that.
free. We look at the democracy. We vote thinking that they're supposed to
Like
give
it's
us
owed to
something.
us, so we
We
pay
hungry.
taxes.
Can you feed us? We want a president who gonna feed us. We need EBT increasements. We need no. Those
Right.
budgets are being spent on organizations and private companies. I'm gonna end with this. You know, during COVID, when we were getting those checks and refund checks, right? The system crashed. It was so many people trying to get the checks printed out that the whole system went down. They had to call on Google to come and fix the system so they can give us a refund check. After that, Google, the government said to Google, like, yo, um, we want to be able to get some access to some of your Gmail account holders. Google said, no, that's a privacy thing. We can't give you that. This is our Google Gmail people. We can't give you that. They said, well, if you don't give it to us, we're not going to renew your $500 million a year contract. I said, wait a minute. The federal government is giving Google $500 million a year. We're going to end on that.
Mm. Yo, man, y'all see how we do,
Politics
man.
is business, and business is politics, and politics is war. Politics is war without bloodshed, and war is politics with bloodshed.
That's
That comes
media
from Black
movement,
Panther.
man.
Fred Hampton. That's Fred Hampton right there. It's Black History Month, the last day leap year. Pow.
That's how you do, man. So thank you, man. I'm gonna thank you, man. You always can come through, man. Anytime y'all finna drop something, y'all know y'all can always come through, man, on a Thursday. You know, our home is open to media movement. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come through, let us know the new projects y'all gonna do. You know what I'm saying? When y'all get ready for the thing with the other artists and all of that, I'm always there. Me and Stig was already discussing the mixtape part of it, which I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? For all these new young kids that he deal with and himself, we finna drop something. So yo, I thank everybody else for coming through and checking out my man Shabaka.
No doubt.
That was dope, my G.
Yo,
That
I
was dope.
appreciate it. It's my first like podcast. This is the first thing. This is the first time I'm doing this. Actually, this is my.
That's
I haven't been on nobody else's pod. This is the first one, so it's a pleasure to be first on your platform. You know,
this
me, I may had the radio show on Wayo, but this is the first like time I'm doing this, so it was
listen,
fun.
and you did it dope. And I see you got so much more in you. That's why you gotta come back.
Yeah, we gotta come back. I gotta get my. I got my kid. He got school tomorrow. We gotta find some
Right.
dinner. Now,
You can
I
come back
normally.
anytime, any Thursday we doing. When you see me, Stiggs, and Jermaine, we be up here building with the people. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
let's talk about it because I wanna do a music conference, bro. I want to do a music conference with marketing, promotion, talk about publishing. I'm just for the artists, bro, because I grew up in the hip hop culture, man. We've been doing this for a long time, man, and I really want to see the 585 win. You know, we got some contention going on in the city right now with rappers, you know, going at different rappers, and I just think I'm about unity. I'm not about beating each other down. We know we can shoot and act ignorant. We know we can do that in
Right.
Rochester, but can we come together and build and have a model for our children to look up to? Because we almost out of here, bro, and we want to be able to leave a legacy for our children to cherish and leave them with some armor, some protection, and some bread so they can protect and do something for their children. We want to keep that DNA going, my brother. You know, it's all about the DNA.
Right. So on that note, you know we say peace, man. We
Peace, my
out
brother.
of here, man.
Peace to all your followers. Peace. See you next time.
All right.
No doubt.